getting ready and you've been jumping up and down, so that means it's creative time, man. I cannot wait to get into these games, to get inside to the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Zeke, again, I'm surprised we're standing still.
I mean, if you guys aren't feeling the hype right now, you need to open your eyes, because this is it. 10 weeks of qualifiers, 8 weeks of creative qualifiers had led us to this very weekend, the Fortnite World Cup Finals in New York City. We're gonna walk away with world champions.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I could not be happier right now.
And not only
for another, which because they are getting sniped straight out of that spawn point there. It's Raven's Revenge, who they're just kind of gatekeeping at the moment, right? Look at Chappie's like, dude, I can't even go up right now because the team is up there.
It was a good challenge, and he did some damage, but Ninja was all over it. Now already up to 4 elims, opening up a 60-point lead, but have to keep an eye on the other parts of the map as the Chicken Champions are doing their best to hold the top but get pushed out. Kaz finally gets taken down, but 5 elims on his first life there as Ninja challenges Magma. Will he be able to clean that one up?
Yes,
and
he does.
But Chappie's on the other side. Slam goes down right away, but now we're over on board with your match 1 winners, the Llama Rekiko, and they're already slaying out as well. 12 elims for them, but 0 on Hand of Blood, which is actually efficient, assuming he doesn't need the health. Will have the sword regen going through, but he can't use the builds, right? So
yeah,
other people need them.
He can't build. He also can't get hit right now, so he needs to be careful because he is 1 shot away from getting taken out here. But someone dives right on up. He has to put that pressure down, and it's the Chicken Champion to make a quick end of him. And it's their turn to start accruing points, but no. Chicken Champion leader goes down there.
Good attempted defense from Carnifex. Was able to trade out 1, but now we have 2 swords up top. Gotaga and Lachlan just trying to beat each other up, and Gotaga comes out the winner of that one. Other Cuddle Crew team does pick it up there. Just remember, it's 3 points when you're standing in the circle. Uncontested, it has to be the VIP in there. When we hit 7 minutes, there is the 4th circle that is 12 points per second.
Yeah, this is definitely very intense for Tomaya here, who again has no health. The Funky Fighters are trying to get that dominant lead they had in that game 1. Can they get it? Ooh, knows he's on camera there, gives a little bit of a taunt. And uh-oh, is he gonna challenge? No, stays back, says, you know what, points are more important right now. He's just focusing in on the points here.
And you can see the Funky Fighters trying to prevent that ramp coming up. It's very efficient to just immediately, as soon as you come out, have 2 team members ramp up into the left or up into the right so you can get up to the first level. However, the Infinity Blade will break that in 1 shot, and you have a ton of rifle ammunition. All of these guys being maxed out on ammo.
Let's see here. These are all the spawn points. You can actually see the banners hanging, so you know if you really want to focus in and kind of shut down a team, you totally can. And Llama Lords are not doing great this game.
No, and this was the double jump I talked about. Ninja goes straight up. That's the first elim. He's going to be able to point his camera, go up, and challenge as soon as the team decides, but instead, going to save that jump to be more impactful. Raven's Revenge trying to get pushed out right here. Gotaga and crew doing everything they can, but Taldock is going up the back. Chappie gets taken down for Ninja's 8th elim, and he jukes him out, going straight back up top. Gotaga, does he have the health to take it? First swing comes through, and Ninja goes down.
Yeah, he just needed another elim to put him back in the game. You got to get that siphon bonus. You don't get the heals. It's really rough, even with the Infinity Blade to heal up, because, you know, the heal time is kind of slow.
It's very slow. You can see the tick going up there. It's not something that you're going to be able to rely on, particularly when other players are getting the siphon off. If they're the ones trading out the shots, they can quickly change HP, and those are long animations. But look at the challenge. The 3 different teams going up, and now it's just the Fish Fam and the Cutter Crew. Lachlan doing everything he can. Zan goes down, but tries to create a little bit of space, eats the headshot from Suzuhu, and disengages.
Cuddle Crew finally getting a couple points here. It's been pretty rough for them so far on this map here. You can see this struggle just a bit. The story has definitely been Ninja's supreme dominance so far. He's doing pretty good right here. And even with no health, says, you know what, I'm not going to give away 3 points. Might as well go for it. And he was so close.
Yeah, you can see him calling out the whites there on the sword, knowing they only need a couple more shots to get it as we switch back on over to the Cuddle Crew.
Consider contention for that final prize pool. Now, if you're one of these teams...
Now on to our next duo. Brittle bone disease, but he says, hey, that doesn't stop me from competing.
Sinu, who traveled all the way out from South Korea, there they are, and they're known for this. Sinu one of the players who played at the World Cup, or the Open, the Korea Open.
Are you watching that? That was the sickest intro I think I've ever seen. One, props to the cameraman too. Props to Sino as well. One of the players who came over and traveled out of the Asia region to compete in NA West and came so close to qualifying a number of times. People were looking like, wait, who are these? Why are they on the scoreboard? Who is this? And he was taking names, and now he's here to compete on the main stage. On to our next duo, we have Dead Drevel and Oscar Lord. Dead Drevel is the Mexican YouTuber who currently lives in Chicago. He creates content across 3 channels and is a gaming and entertainment streamer. His 3 daughters are watching him today from Houston. Shout out to you 3 daughters and everyone out there with family in the crowd. Oscar Lord is an Argentinian YouTuber who plays Fortnite and recently started getting into his own music, trying to sing, and has found a lot of success and help there. And on to our next duo, we have Wermuth, the top 10 Team Malibu. And
Abramson
is, I think, the more interesting the faction. He's doing there. Name of Crazy Boy.
Watch out for Crazy Boy.
Pleasure of being on the mic for, and it was lifted.
You totally should have. And then Dank also has his fake cruiserweight title belt, so low on that one. All right, folks, here we go. It's time to jump into the game, the moment you've been waiting for. The countdown is about to begin. Here we go. It is now time for the 3rd Fortnite Pro-Am. The players are loaded into the island. The battle bus is ready to go. It starts right now. Here we go.
I love
that. Looks awesome.
Battle bus. It looks so great right there. Just take a look at all of your competitors today, guys, because it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna crown one of these guys, either a new or returning champ of the day here at the Pro-Am.
Hey, it could be one half of the Girthquake. Courage JD, he'll never let me live that one down. So I hope it's not him, kid.
You have to be careful. They're on the same side of the stage now, you know? It might just stop.
Sure, and as my buddy Shy Wager says, could be a yum, right?
Totally
Shy's
could
gonna
be
hate
a
me.
yum.
Shy's gonna hate me for using that. All right, here we go. Then the other half of the Girthquake, there's Tim the Tap Man. So you're gonna land over by Paradise Palms. Paradise Palms, a great spot to land monster. Tons of loot, tons of resources, great rotational opportunities from there as well.
Talk about that. It clearly looks like Tim the Tatman and Dante have a plan here. You don't just choose the backside of the map for no reason. This house specifically, known as the John Wick Mansion, down in the basement. There's a little secret stash, if you will. Now hopping over to the West World is what we like to call it, over here on the other side of the map.
Oh.
A bit of a skirmish here.
Yeah, you got Oscar Lords looking right over at Sean. Sean choosing to disengage from the fight. Will have that green tech SMG and has full shields as well, but oh no. Dead Revel's going to be in a bad spot. Very weakened there by Sean. Sean's going to take some damage as well. This is going to be our first engagement. Sean is going to go in for the fight. And then we switch on over to Dead Revel, who's looking around. And Sean's going to be out of the game. One of the first eliminations. I think that might be the first elim that goes through.
The first was Sinu, who actually got Fear itself. I wanted to touch on it, unfortunately, but that was the first
Fear itself went out?
Yes.
Oh, right man, we really shouldn't have interviewed him. I feel, I'm sorry, Justin.
Hey, but it's not over, right? You can always get the reboot card. He can come back here. But for now, Lost King Nyx is in a pickle.
This is rough. Rough for Nick to be in here. Now we're gonna make our way to Ninja and Marshmallow, who this is another great spot to chill by. You get a ton of loot at the Lazy Lagoon. And on top of which, you know, I think there's I believe there's going to be some ballers close by. If you want to go for that, you also have the cannons you can use, I believe, to get out of there too.
Yep, there's a lot of options for mobility here for sure. But you know what I like that's going on here, at least with Ninja and Marshmallow, Ninja straight up adopting, you know, his scrim and or competitive strategy, right? Lazy Lagoon, that is his most known spot for landing. So for him to land here, they mean serious business.
Yeah, and he lands here relatively uncontested. There's going to be a duo over to the north, I want to say northwest, and also someone all the way up at the tippy north there. As we make our way now down forward toward Lucky Landing, we're going to have Sinnoh here along with O'King.
We're gonna be seeing a lot of Sinnoh and O'King. Let me tell you guys right now, do not sleep on this duo right here. They are so good. Had the pleasure of casting and seeing them at the South Korean event that we flew out to and covered over there. They are dangerous.
Well, you're hyping them up here.